Hello everyone, my name is Idiotic Synergy, and today we're going to talk about Belakor. And yeah, I have a love-hate thing going on with Belakor because in-game Belakor is fantastic. In the Warhammer fantasy side of the lore, Belakor is a really interesting character. However, in Warhammer 40k, he's wasted potential. That's why I titled the video Belakor is Wasted Potential in Warhammer 40k, because Warhammer Fantasy, he's quite interesting. In Warhammer 40k, not so much. Basically, for those of you that don't know what Belakor is a demon. But, unlike many other Chaos demons, he got buffed by all four Chaos gods. All the four Chaos gods basically buffed him, and then realised they made a mistake, and he quickly fell out of favour with all of them. Basically, they all sort of exiled him, which made him incredibly angry and spiteful, and he keeps trying to win favour with the Chaos gods, because he's an incredibly spiteful and hate-filled character, and that should be interesting, especially in 40k where he returns. But he returns and that's it. There's nothing of note that I think Belakor has done apart from help Abaddon with the Third Black Crusade. He took out a major Forge World that belonged to the Raven Guard, I think. Or was it a Fortress World? I can't remember. And he also annoyed Ehrman for like a little bit. That's it. Belakor doesn't do anything in Warhammer 40k of note. Or when we talk about other characters, there's a theme in Warhammer 40k where each character has like a "oh shit, that's cool" moment. Hell, even Lucius the Eternal has an "oh shit, that's cool" moment. But there's nothing to Belakor. There's just nothing. I was trying to think of a word, but there's no like pizzazz. There's no pizzazz with him. There's nothing of note with Belakor. He just turns up and that's it. In my opinion, I think it would have been way more impactful if Belakor met Lorgar, because Belakor meeting Lorgar and the Wordbearers would be very interesting. Because Lorgar is pretty much the new Belakor. Lorgar is powered by all four Chaos Gods. He's currently in the warp itself, meditating to himself. And him meeting Belakor would be incredibly interesting. Belakor would have hated Lorgar because he's now the new Chosen One. And Lorgar would hate Belakor because he fell out of favour with all four Chaos Gods. That would have been really interesting, or even more interesting than that would be if Lorgar summoned Belakor himself, and Belakor sort of manipulates Lorgar into doing things against the Chaos Gods, because Lorgar wants to know the truth. Because that's Lorgar's main thing, is learning about the truth of the universe, and seeing somebody powered by all four Chaos Gods fell out of favour and is still alive, that would be really impactful if he met the Wordbearers and Lorgar, but he doesn't, he just appears. Maybe I'm missing a book or something where Belakor appears in Warhammer 40k and it's like a really good book or a really good audio book, but I can't think of anything in 40k where Belakor just does anything. He just appears and that's it. I just think it's wasted potential. I think he should have met. He should have met like the Primarchs, like of all each respective Chaos God. Him meeting Mortarion would have been interesting. Him meeting Angron would be fascinating. Him meeting Magnus actually might be a bit more interesting than him meeting Lorgar, because Magnus is, well, he sort of got duped into being Tzeentch's Primarch Prince Demon thing. because Ehrman is inept, but so was Magnus, so swings and roundabouts like father like son. But, you know, you have all this interesting stuff that you can do with Belakor, and he just doesn't do anything. He really just doesn't do anything. I can't remember if anybody has ever said, wow, have you read this book? Belakor does this. There's always, like, there's one book or one paragraph or one story where a main character does something and it's amazing. Where Khan the Betrayer, in the audiobook Chosen of Khorne, wipes out... spoiler warning? Where Khan the Betrayer wipes out an entire gladiator arena just because he can. Because he was collecting heads for like a debt or something. You know, like each character has an oh shit moment. Belakor just doesn't have it in Warhammer 40k. Warhammer Fantasy, he's quite cool. He's quite cool, but I forgot some of the lore of Warhammer Fantasy, and he's now in Age of Sigmar, I believe. I don't know if he's in Age of Sigmar. I don't follow Age of Sigmar, so please correct me if I'm wrong about Belakor at all in the comments. But now we get on to talking about the good stuff about Belakor, and that is on screen right now as I talk. There should be the rules. The rules of Belakor are amazing. They're really good. He's a bit pricey. He's 380 points, and he doesn't have any shooting. But he's got like a lot of psychic jank that he can do. Basically, Belakor turns any Chaos Army into the Disciples of Belakor. Well, Chaos Demon Army into the Disciples of Belakor. I mean, look at his sword, for fuck's sake. I think his sword is great. For each time an attack is made with this weapon. He has 2 attack profiles. One of them is each time an attack is made with this weapon profile, make 2 hit rolls instead of 1. So he does a maximum of 12 attacks, hitting on 2s. And piercing strikes, just fantastic. Sorry about that, everyone. My microphone decided that it was going to become unplugged, even though it's plugged in. Anyway, 2 little quick things I want to mention before I shoot off. One of them is that one of the other things that I like about Belakor is the psychic powers. The psychic powers are fantastic, including my personal favourite, Pool of Despair. I'm saying that completely wrong, I do apologise. Basically, you can turn off somebody's fight phase, you can turn off somebody's action ability so they can't perform actions anymore, or my personal favourite, you can turn off people's auras. I love that. You can just point at a captain if you're near enough and go, you, and just turn off the captain's aura ability. I've had that happen to me once, and it's as annoying as it sounds, but it's all fun. The other thing I really like about Belakor is the model itself. The wings look awesome. It looks like something straight out of an 80s death metal band. It looks fantastic. The wings, the chains, the skulls, it looks brilliant. The bloody base itself looks really cool. The sword is just amazing. That's what bloody Abaddon's. Sorry, I forgot Abaddon had a sword. I was trying to go through sword names, but that's what Abaddon's sword should have looked like. And I've seen people use Belakor's sword and Belakor's base to build basically better Abaddons. It's insane. The kit bashing possibilities of Belakor are pretty much endless. Anyway, I've been rambling about Belakor for a bit too long, I reckon. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Maybe subscribe to the channel where I'm going to talk more about Warhammer. I've got a Ko-fi if you want to help support the channel. And yeah, I've been Idiotic Synergy. I'll see you around.